Hey everyone, it's Carrie with Garden Rudiments. Today I'm going to update you on this beautiful planter. But I'm out today because we've had a kind of a cool snap to go through. It's down in the 80s instead of being up near 100. And I'm sorry, I just can't get out and do a video when it's 85% humidity and almost 100 degrees outside and the sweat's dripping off of me. I'd much rather stay in the house and do other things. So anyway, I wanted to update you on this planter box. I've got Super Tunia Bordeaux. I have some Bluebird back here in the back that's also from Proven Winners. This beautiful plant here is called Persian Shield. It's also from Proven Winners. The tiny pink flowers here are called Opal Innocence. And then this is the beautiful Dichondra Silver Falls. And I took one plant and divided it. And as you can see, it divided where it was growing up through here, but it has done really well. I think this box could have been better. I don't like the potting mix that I put in here, and I'm going to change it out when I go. I will probably put petunias in here for the fall, and I'm probably going to change the soil out on this because I just do not like the soil mixture I used, and I don't think it has been good for my plants. So I'm going to do something different with that. But the Super Tunia Bordeaux has done really well. The Dichondra Silver Falls is doing great. I have some plants in here that need to be trimmed back. They're just getting leggy. The best time to trim is when you see that you're only having blooms on the tips of the leaves, the tips of the stems. So it's time to cut them back and they'll rebloom. My plan for next year, for next spring when I do this, I'm gonna do all geraniums. So I'm gonna put in, it's a salmon color geranium from Proven Winners. I'm also going to put a new window box over under the dining room windows and two small ones under the garage windows. And I'm going to do all geraniums in that one color, and I think it'll be beautiful. Some plants that I had in here that I had to take out. As y'all know, when I've tried to plant geraniums in any of my boxes, any of my planters, they have not done well with the other plants. So I pulled out a white geranium. It just said a zonal geranium, so I don't know exactly what flavor, it's just the color white. But I pulled it out and put it in a pot by itself, and it's doing really well. I don't think I've lost anything else in here. I did cut this back at the top to let it fill in some more at the bottom, and it has, it's bushed out. And the same thing with these. This is called Bluebird. You can see they're purple looking, but it's time to just grab these where they've gotten long and leggy and just give them a snip and they'll put on new blooms. But I love this box. I love what it's done for the front of my home, and it's just been a great addition, so I'm very well pleased with it. So now I'm going to show you the rest of the front of the yard and the rest of this bed that I'm standing in. So I put two Super Tunia Bordeaux here. These are planted in the ground, and then I have two more plants on the other side. And they have done better now, I think, since the temperatures have gotten a lot hotter and we've had a lot of rain. Now, rain is a good thing. I'm not complaining about the rain, but it's been horrible on my vegetable garden. But the front beds are doing good. My trees are doing good. We have the prettiest grass that we've ever had. So I have a yew here in the corner. This is a Hicks yew. I have two sedums here. I have some Boxwoods in the back. I put my mums out here after they were in their pots, and I already have some blooms coming on. So don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but these are just gorgeous. These are two plants that I put in here, and they have really grown and really looking good. I have some Shasta daisies. And this is Coreopsis, and I trimmed this back yesterday. So there's no blooms on it right now, although it is starting to put on some more. You can see some that are left there. But this is also a perennial. Mostly, except for the Bordeaux, this is all perennials. And they're all doing really good. If you remember the hellebores that I got from my mother, I went ahead and put these here so they're dying back, and that's what they need to do. They will come back and they will bloom again in January, February, and they will last on up till about May. And then this is a new Crape Myrtle that I put in here. We had lost one several years ago and I never did replant it. And I was really afraid that it wouldn't get enough sun here to even bloom, but you can see it is, and it's purple. Purple is my favorite Crape Myrtle. And you don't find them that often here, and this whole bed used to have 4 large Crape Myrtles in it, and that's what we pulled out. And it was a good thing to do that. So I've got new Boxwoods for winter interest. I've got the Hicks yew, and then on this side, and you can see here at this tree, there used to be a large boxwood here that we took out, and it had went into the side of this bush. So we've taken that out. It has put on a lot of new growth, but that area will probably never fill in. And you know what? I'm not worried about it. From the front, it doesn't look that bad. And I have already trimmed these twice. There's 2 of them, one on each side of the steps. And I've trimmed these twice. They're still putting on some new growth, but I want them to fill in and get really dense, and the more you trim them, the denser they will get. So that is my goal. My Boxwoods have been trimmed twice. They're going to be globular. That's the way I want them to look. And along with the Hicks yew, I think they're just going to be beautiful. Now, in the pots here at my steps, I've got 4 dwarf Alberta spruce. Spider mites are really bad on any kind of spruce, any kind of evergreen here, so I have to really watch them. And so far, these have done really well. I planted them last fall. They overwintered good, but I have one that is not doing well, and it's the one here. I don't know what's wrong. I have used a systemic on it just in case it was a pest problem. Spider mites is what I was treating for because that's what's so common here. But I'm not sure if that's going to get it or not. And it may have just gotten too hot. I don't know. But I have Super Bells, and I think these are called saffron, but they're Super Bells from Proven Winners. Guys, these are one plant in this one, one plant in this one. And they have wrapped around the back of these planters. Let me show you from the back. Look at these from the back. Look how they've wrapped around. And here they have not faltered. You know, this is a hot area. The heat from the house, being in these pots, which the pots are deep and they're rather wide. And this spruce is actually putting on some new growth. So I'm hoping it'll be okay. But this Super Bell has just bloomed prolifically. It's never drooped. It's been a wonderful plant. This is one that I would want to use again next year. Just beautiful. Look how full. And these are the prettiest ones that I have. The Verbena, this is a red Verbena. Can't remember the name of it, but these also came from Proven Winners. Have one on each side. Now I just cut those back. They're one that you kind of have to deadhead, and I had cut them underneath the bottom. This one is not looking as good. You can see here, but I think it'll be okay. I watered these pretty much every day, unless we get a rain. Of course, we've been having a lot of rain. And then this is the rest of the front of the house. So when we tore out all of our landscaping, we left these 2 large Hicks. We left 2 Crape Myrtles. This is the prettiest they have ever been. Several years ago, I quit pruning them. When I say pruning, here they call it Crape Myrtle, and probably hear that all over the country, but people will cut them all the way down to the stubs. So let me show you here. See where we had cut these before? This is the union where we had cut them. Now we have pruned them. We took out some limbs that we didn't like, any crossing limbs, anything that looked diseased, we took that out. And then now we just let them grow. If there's a limb you know, that needs to be taken out, we will do that. But we don't cut everything back, just hack it off. We don't do that anymore. That will eventually kill your crepe myrtle. Don't do that. Let them grow and get bigger. It's your fault if you plant them too close to the house. They're very easy to propagate. You can just about take a limb off of it and stick it in the ground and it'll grow. Every year that we've had crepe myrtles, I would get like a powdery mildew, or the Japanese beetles would eat every leaf off of them. It would mess up the blooms. But this year I used a systemic, and it's a systemic pesticide that you pour around the drip line of the tree, and it will travel up through the roots, up through the tree, and kill whatever pest that the pesticide is listed for. That has really helped these trees. So both of them are in full bloom right now, and they've only been at full color and full bloom for about a week. Thank you for watching today's update. I hope you'll come back and watch again soon. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Garden Rudiments.